Welcome back, everybody, to your second Starladder match of the day. I think something wonky happened with the schedule, but Empire vs. Fnatic is actually being played now, and this is a big match for this tournament. Fnatic sitting in first place before the draft. Well, wow, the draft is really going quickly, but very fast. The standings right now, Fnatic is 9-2. They are first place in Starladder, poised to secure a berth into the LAN finals. As for Empire, 6-2, so doing pretty well themselves. Could potentially, if they win this game, they'll have the inside track to actually be ahead of Fnatic, having less losses at that point. But we'll have to see what happens. I'm LD. I'll be on the summit. I'm joined here today by Wetbass of the GD Studio. And Wetbass, well, we're seeing a lot of really top-tier heroes slipping through. The Batrider, the Keeper of the Light, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that they banned the Prophet of all things. The Wisp ban, not too surprising. Even since Fnatic left Empire, they're still picking it. Silent played a great Wisp the other day, and what's interesting to me is that the Prophet gets the ban, so some respect. I believe it's Trixie who's been playing it for Fnatic. Some respect shown towards Trixie.
Yeah, as well as, like we said a bit in the last game, that the Prophet has been used a lot now when it is try versus try, and just being able to have the upper hand with a 4 versus 3 fight is so great early on. Just having another right-clicker in that fight could be huge for them. And like you said, the bans and the picks are going through very fast, and Empire picking up Batrider, Lifesteal, and Queen of Pain straight away. And for me, who've been watching some of their games as well as some of their scrims, that feels quite obvious what they're going to do. They're going to run the Batrider in the safe lane, a Lifestealer aggressive tri-lane with something to get away. Blow Your Brain is going to play that, and then Vigos is probably going to play that Queen of Pain in the mid lane. And on the other hand, Fnatic picking up the Magnus quite fast, as well as the Keeper of Light and the Phantom Lancer. So
yeah, so we know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Fnatic's definitely turtling, definitely going for the mid to late game, whereas if you're Empire, you want to dominate the laning stage, shut them down. Just very targeted bans coming out here. They're going to ban the Silencer, something Empire has run as a support, not something they would ever run. I mean, I don't know if it's really necessary this game, because Empire's obviously going aggressive, and Silencer's an okay hero in tri-lanes in some cases with Curse of the Silent, but realistically, there are definitely better options. Empire banning the Enchantress, worried about, I guess, an aggressive... These are some weird bans to me, because I don't really see Fnatic getting aggressive. Enchantress can kind of mess up your tri-lane, so I guess that makes a bit of sense, but she's also prey for a Lifestealer +2, and there will be a strong +2 available most likely. Lena's still in the pool, Shadow Demon's still in the pool, Leshrack's still in the pool, even a Rubik. I mean, there's plenty of strong tri-lane supports available. Fnatic has Keeper, but Lifestealer doesn't really care about Illuminate. He can just rage right through that. Undying, another big tri-lane support, and he will be banned. That one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but one thing I do like that Empire already got going for them is the Batrider and the Lifestealer. Blink Dagger on the Batrider as well as Lifestealer side. They're going to be able to pick off that Queen of, or the Keeper of the Light so fast and be able to push from that if they get two good pushing supports. But just overall, their fights with pickoffs is really, really good. Having the Queen of Pain to burst someone down as well. But like you said, the Undying being banned out, but the Shadow Demon, you touched on it a bit, the Shadow Demon would actually be great against the Phantom Lancer. Just overall, being able to create your own Phantom Lancer army and having a Nyx to back that up would be really, really good. But
yeah, he's just a good hero in general as well. I mean, he's strong in the tri-lane scenario. You can scout with Shadow Poison. You can set up the kills easily with Disruption or bail your team out. I mean, on all fronts, he's just a jack-of-all-trades support. And in this game, like you said, he's great against the Phantom Lancer. All the junglers banned by Empire, they're a little bit worried about. I guess the one thing that would give Fnatic is just the ability to split push more quickly with these. And for Fnatic, I wonder, they're not really concerned about a traditional tri-lane with a lot of burst damage. They are banning somewhat supports, heroes that we could see in a tri-lane, but the big ones that combo the best with Lifestealer are still out there.
yeah,
Lena, the Shadow Demon, you know, the Leshrack, these are all available.
Lena, Shadow Demon, Leshrack, just a Shadow Demon with a Lena or Leshrack would be so good right now. And hopefully they're going for full Team Red, going with the Shadow Demon and the Lena, but we'll see about that. But just those two heroes are great to have, and it's a really strong aggressive tri-lane, just get in on people. And I'm not too sure why they didn't ban out any of those heroes. They probably got a good plan going for them, but we'll have to see, because right now Empire's early game is really, really strong.
I mean, they obviously, two of their bans are, you know, the Rubik, the Undying. These are heroes that can obviously be effective in the tri-lane. Particularly the Undying is a really strong ban, I feel, but I'm just a little surprised that they banned the silencer, to be totally honest with you. Maybe they have something specific planned here for their next pick. I don't know what it's going to be. It's a Windrunner. Interesting. So they're looking at a Windrunner versus probably a Batrider. And that's probably the ideal matchup. So Mag's going to have to deal with Queen of Pain mid. That's a hard matchup. Windrunner's going to have to deal with Batrider. That's also a pretty tough matchup. Albeit, Windrunner shouldn't die necessarily as long as she plays defensively, but that's going to have a lot of farm, and Windrunner realistically cannot win that lane. At best, she can break even. So we'll see. But Fnatic solo lanes look like they're in trouble right now. Their tri lane could do well, but, well, with this pick, it gets a lot harder. And, I mean, you mentioned the Lifestealer bombs, now throw an Ancient Apparition ult, and a Queen of Pain, of course, you can blink anywhere on top of that.
Yeah, for sure. As well as the Ancient Apparition right now, in a tri versus tri scenario, Ancient Apparition is just so strong with Shielding Touch. People picking up Shielding Touch early on, because the extra damage going out there is another 50 or 60 damage at level 1, which is really good. But I really like this pickup, and from that, and with the Earthshaker going last, I wouldn't actually be surprised to see if they go for something crazy, going for an aggressive tri-lane with Windrunner, Keeper, Earthshaker, going for just shutting down that Batrider early game and then running the Phantom Lancer solo bottom. They could also do that.
Yeah, we'll see. I expect Empire to aggressive tri-lane. Vigas, I'm so excited to see him play again for Empire, and they have a special announcement planned, I believe, for their 5th, and it's got to be Vigas. He's been playing so well for them. In the few games I've casted them and watched them, I mean, I wouldn't say they're necessarily as strong as they were with Fnatic, but it doesn't really look like they've missed much since then, and it's still the same old Empire. They're still playing the same aggressive style, and it feels like Vigas has really risen to the occasion since joining this team. Because he's been inconsistent as of late. Obviously, everyone knows what an amazing player he was in Dota 1. One of the legends of Europe, and even well revered by the Chinese, for that matter. But he's been kind of up and down, but since playing for Empire, it seems like he's found a home that makes sense. You mentioned Chilling Touch. He is going for it, and that is a lot of extra damage for the entire tri-lane.
Yeah, it's so good for them to have. At level 1, the extra damage is just so strong.
Well, let's quickly introduce the players. We have Scandal on the Batrider going to the safe lane, as you predicted. Vigas heading mid. He has been pulled. He's starting with a Null Talisman. That's going to make him a little bit more comfortable. Blow Your Brain on the Lifestealer. Early Magic Stick picked up. They're expecting tri-lane versus tri-lane. I think, although it looks like Fnatic may be dual laning mid, doing something a little bit different. Silent going to be playing that Ancient Apparition. And we have Godblack on the Shadow Demon, or 333. He's feeling a little Chinese today. And going for a number-based name, he's playing the Shadow Demon. Yeah,
and on Fnatic's side, we got Fly playing that Keeper of the Light Trixie, playing the Phantom Lancer, No-Tail is picking up the Earthshaker, Arrow on the Windrunner, and then Hani is playing the Mag. And from the starting items on Hani, it looks like he's going to be the one going for long lane with boost level 1, and then, like you said, we might see a dual lane mid with having Trixie and Fly staying mid with the Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer.
So it looks like Fnatic is anticipating an offensive tri-lane, and they're putting their 2 hardest to kill heroes in that lane, the Windrunner Earthshaker pair, and also just a network of wards to spot the rotation towards the middle lane.
Wow.
So they want to make absolutely sure that if Empire goes mid, that's either there's a smoke involved, because otherwise this gank will be spotted. I think Fnatic is a team that's known for their dual lanes. We've seen them go CK Wisp mid a lot. And they do it a little bit, quite more often than other European teams. It's going to be kind of hard to kill this tri-lane, but if No-Tail ever gets caught, No-Tail is dead. So he's got to sit back in the trees. He has to make sure that he doesn't get in position where he can be disrupted, cold-feeded, and then the Lifestealer goes on him with Rage. As for the middle lane, well, they can pull the small camp and deny the Queen of Pain, but as soon as the Keeper goes to pull it, Vigas can just start harassing Trixie, and Trixie's not going to have an easy time dealing with that.
Yeah, for sure. I do like, one thing I didn't mention in the draft was that I really like this Earthshaker pickup for the last one, because we did touch in on the Batrider and the Nike's Bomb coming out from that, but having an Earthshaker to just stop the lasso is really, really good, getting the stun in, and then a Windrunner to back that up with a Shackle as well. So just the pick-off power of Empire got shut down a bit from that, which I do like, but the dual lanes they have right now and the wards they have is really good, but I still don't think that the Queen of Pain in mid will get shut down that hard, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what's Phantom Lancer going to do? Throw a Lance at her? It's annoying, but Queen of Pain can bottle Crow when she gets it, and early on the Lance doesn't really hurt that much. then he can't really deal with her one-on-one, which means Keeper wants to be constantly pulling doing the mid pull. As you can see, he did deforest the mid lane, and they're looking to do the mid pulls. It was actually the Mag, I think, who was killing off the trees, or sorry, not the Mag. It was Trixie with his Quelling Blade, but he can't. As soon as the Keeper Light leaves the lane, then the Queen of Pain just goes on Trixie and harasses him a lot. They can send him some regen. He's not going to be completely shut down. This is probably a better alternative than putting him bottom. But it's still going to be hard to shut Vigas down. And with the tri-lane bottom, you may have wards, but if they ever get smoke, you'd better be calling those MIAs. Keeper of the Light has to be careful. And Trixie can be ganked. If they have Dust, he's not unkillable. They do already have the sentries as well, so they're going to have free reign in this jungle. We'll most likely see at least one, if not two, of these wards being dewarded fairly soon. And I want to point out that they put their wards in slightly unusual positions. We're not seeing a traditional lane ward. They're kind of farther back. Maybe a little bit harder for some of these to be spotted by Empire.
It really depends on where you put that sentry ward, but if Silent is luckier, he can actually, if he puts the sentry right in the middle, he can actually get both the wards.
Yeah, like right here, but
he's rotating mid already, so he might just give the extra damage to Vigos, and then Trixie's gonna have a really hard time farming mid.
Fly's stacking for the moment, but again, as soon as the Keeper leaves the lane, Queen of Pain. Already Trixie has lost quite a bit of his health. He's forced to tango, and it's only going to get harder. I actually think they're better off just leaving the tri-lane bottom, to be honest. Just so that the Leicester can get a lot more farm, because Queen of Pain alone can do quite a bit to this Phantom Lancer. I'm not sure the AA adds a whole lot, but they're going to rotate a mid, like you mentioned, and we'll see how it works out.
Do like this, though. Silent disrupting the mid pull already, and Trixie's taking a lot of damage, forced to get his double walk at level 2. Usually you see when a Phantom Lancer farms, they just go for Spirit Lancer Juxtaposed to be able to get the illusions up and send them into the jungle, and just slowly but surely getting those jungle creeps down, and then when you get enough farm, you just send them around all the time. But he's going to take some heavy harassment in mid, and Silent being there, being able to disrupt the farm, as well as Vigos with the Blink, just being able to disrupt the mid pulls, it's going to help out a lot. Though Trixie, he's got 6 creep kills so far.
He's farming like a boss. Yeah, 6 CS. But he's taking a lot of harassment. He's already chewed through most of his tangos, as you mentioned. I don't know. I think that the Ancient Apparition, like, he's trying to disrupt the pull, but it's pretty hard to do that. And if you get too aggressive with it, you can eat an Illuminate and a Lance, so there's not much Queen of Pain can do to bail you out. I still feel like they'd be better just having him bottom, because it's going to make life a lot harder and blow your brain when it's just a Shadow Demon Lifestealer. Like, how are you going to kill a Windrunner with that combo? Disruption, if you force her to blow the Windrun, then perhaps, but she's in her safe lane. She's going to boot soon, and as long as she just saves Windrun for after Disruption, she's never going to die.
Yeah, for sure. And
with the tri-lane, it's different, because you get Cold Feet on her, it procs after the Disruption, then she's in a lot of trouble, but without the AA here, it's just the killing power of this lane is very limited.
Yeah, and they lose a lot of damage as well with the shielding touch not being there. But one thing I didn't actually mention was that No-Tail is kind of fun to see, because he was really expecting that tri-lane. He got 4 clarities already, so he was ready to just spam that Fissure to stop the aggression, to be able to have Era just pop the Windrun off the Disruption instead. So he was really ready for it, and I don't know, it's really hard to say, because you never know how it's going to shape up. But right now, Fnatic's getting some good farm, and it's looking good for them, though, with the rotations. And if they can keep the mid pull going, they're going to get both Vigos as well as Silent getting left behind in XP, because Silent is going to be there and take XP from Vigos as well. So
yeah, it's looking really good for Fnatic. Era's already level 2. If you look at Hani, he's level 2. He's equal to CS with the Batrider, and he's pulling. He started with the boots. He now has his magic stick, and I mean, this lane, it's not going to be easy to actually shut him down, because he started with the boots. Batrider generally can just go on you if he gets his boots first and you don't have them, but with Hani already having his, unlikely to die, should get a decent number of levels, and even if he does end up dying, he's still going to get a lot out of the lane. We'll see. Empire, they do have some really strong mid-game. They have the Bat Bombs. There's plenty of ways they can find kills, even if they don't dominate this laning stage, but obviously they have a lineup that had the potential to crush the lane. So for Fnatic to even be in a decent position this early in is looking pretty good for them, and more than you would really expect.
yeah, it's hard really to predict what's going to happen when it's paused so early on, and you can just predict so much. But yeah, we can just have to wait. Blow Your Brain is still getting DC'd, and looks like he's having some internet problems or lag problems. So love to see when he comes back. But
What'd you have for breakfast, WebS?
what did I have for breakfast?
Do you eat
Can't even
breakfast?
remember. Sometimes. Yesterday I had an omelette. I can't remember what I had today.
Yeah.
Some yogurt maybe? I think so.
Yeah, I had some yogurt early as well. Wasn't well. I guess it was for my breakfast, but my breakfast is at like 8 p.m. because I'm on the west coast of the U.S. So
Yeah, I had mine at
9-hour
like
difference.
1
for me.
p.m. maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of wakes up late, but yeah, that's kind of how it is when you sit up until like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. Want to play with all the Americans, man. It's just how it is.
You want to play with the Americans. The Americans don't want to play with the Europeans, but they have to. At least the pro players. Oh, it's a topsy-turvy world we live in the world of Dota.
Yeah. And the internet. I wonder if he's going to be able to reconnect.
Hopefully. Russian internet, not very strong, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, again, for anybody who's just tuning in, this is Starladder Season 5. It's the group stages, so it is a best out of one. Fnatic is currently the top dogs in Starladder. They're 9-2. That's their record. So they're really performing well. Empire, I think they're sitting at, let me double check again, they are 6-2. So they're also looking pretty good. I see a lot of you are joining the stream now. The game just getting started as we speak. We're waiting for a reconnect from the Lifestealer. That is Blow Your Brain, who's currently dealing with Russian internet. Code word for Russian vodka. And we'll be back soon, hopefully. In the meantime, Fnatic, I keep on bringing up the gold graph and experience graph just because I'm OCD. Or not OCD, but just compulsive and do things like that for no reason. But yeah, there's really nothing to show right now.
100
Except that they fucked up the red strategy. They messed it up because they picked an ancient apparition. They had all red heroes going, and well, they're probably gonna lose now. Honestly, like we should have known that this guy was no good for their lineup. Where's
no Lina, no win.
Where's the Lina? Yeah, where's the Lina? Oh jeez. I mean,
Lina.
it's just they're guaranteed to lose now.
Yeah. They got some really good pickups though with the A, but yeah, the red strat is quite strong, to be honest.
What's the strongest color in Dota, in your opinion?
Let's see, isn't the purple strat quite strong? I believe it is. Can't really figure out, but red and purple, I think.
I feel like blue was the strongest at the international too. Because Anti-Mage was blue, Morphly was blue. Well, mainly just because Morphly was blue. I mean, right there, best color in the game. And there's actually, I'm gonna look at the Learn tab. Let me know if the game gets unpaused. Okay.
I'm looking there as well just to see. But yeah, it's true. Blue is quite strong.
Enigma, strong blue hero. Darkseer, Darkseer's
blue
purple.
Enigma's kind of purple as well, though.
Nightstalker blue, best pub stomper in the world. Hell
TA
yeah.
is purple. TA is purple.
That's true. Yeah, you're convincing with your purple. Purple TA, purple Void, the Hammerhead Shark. I mean, Invoker, purplish, popped collar, Darkseer purple. Purple might be the color, or maybe green. Let's see, green. Prophet, Windrunner, Rubik,
Veno.
What is Nyx? Nyx is like aqua.
It's hard to tell. Him and Slark are like the only. They're their own color. But yeah, red and blue are quite strong though.
Guys, please submit your poll. We're gonna start a poll over at Beyond the Summit, so be sure to tweet at Beyond the Summit. Let us know what the most imbalanced color in Dota 2 is. You may win a prize if you choose wisely.
If you choose red, you win.
If you choose my favorite color, you win. Unless you're giving out prizes, in which case we'll go with that.
Looks like they might be going right now, so finally we can get the game on the way again, and we can see how everything shapes up.
Yeah, you could tell that Wepass was running out of material there. I was good, man. I had at least another hour or two prepared. I swear.
Haven't casted enough. Need more stuff to be able to talk about.
Well, you're just not as comfortable speaking bullshit as I am. That's your problem.
Exactly.
You want to have something useful to say. I just spit words out of my mouth, and I throw like 20 darts at the board, and maybe one of them hits. That's kind of the plan. Yeah, so Trixie, not having fun in the middle lane. He is 8-0, but he's already chewed through a salve and a full set of tangos. Keeper has a little bit, one set of tangos for him. Sentry Ward now placed in the lane. And just a very unpleasant situation for Trixie. The good news, though, Windrunner's getting a lot out of the bottom lane, already level 2, will be 3 soon. Hani's already level 3. Scandal's looking to go on him. Doesn't have a point in Flame Break just yet, so won't be able to for at least one more level. And also, Hadi started with the boot, so realistically getting a kill here is very unlikely. Or at least much more unlikely than it would be normally.
Yeah. I really like the decision though from Empire, putting a center mid straight away. It's gonna pretty much force Rixie, even though he went for a double walk, he's not gonna be able to use it that well, so Vigo's going in to take the extra experience as well as... No, he's not actually pulling the wave back, but like I was saying, Trixie's just gonna have a really hard time because even if he double walks, he's gonna be able to get Shadow Struck anyways and get some right clicks in, so it's gonna be a hard time for him.
No Tail has to be a little bit careful here. Can't be too aggressive. He does have the Windrunner backing him up. I still think this is a better trade for Fnatic than the alternative, though. I think if Empire just did offensive tri-lane, they could have absolutely destroyed this lane, got multiple kills. Fissure is going to fly. There's no Shackle Shot yet. They're just trying to taste down Goblak with just auto attacks. There's the disruption. They're going to turn around and go on the Earthshaker, who's now surrounded. Open Wounds is here. No Fissure. He already used it, remember, and going on him, but not quite able to bring him down just yet. Nice body blocking from Era, and that will save No Tail. But imagine if Aya was here. That's a pretty easy kill. And at the very least, I suppose they're slowing down Trixie since the AA arrived. 6 CS to start the game, and now only 9. And has the boots, but no regen. Keeper's already pulled him what regen he has. So they are getting the trade in that sense.
But yeah, having the AA there for the extra damage would have helped out quite a lot. But on the other end, even though the lanes are... Empire is not really getting any kills out of them, Vigos and Scandal are still the highest farmers in the game, so the Batrider wouldn't be surprised to see if he's going to get a really, really early blink. He's 18 for 4 right now, and Hadi's keeping up though. He's got 14 creep kills, but no denies so far, but it's hard to lane against a Batrider.
Yeah, this is just the beauty of going off lane on the Radiant side. I mean, people talk about the Radiant's advantage when it comes to jungling. It's not just their own jungle, it's the fact that you can pull this camp. Hani's done that at least once, I believe twice. And as a result, he's level 5. He also started with boots, and that made it much easier for him to survive. Vigas comes back to the middle lane, but he's only level 4. And you do see the mid pulls paying off quite a bit. The Sentry Ward actually on the ground, but going to be dewarded momentarily. Silent almost dies to the Illuminate. Forced to run away, will salve up. I just don't see what Silent adds to this lane. It just feels like he's accomplishing nothing really by being here, aside from occasionally throwing out an auto attack. He's mostly just copying damage.
It feels like it's just soaking some XP from Vigos that could be used to be able to get fast level 6 to actually get a pick off on the Phantom Lancer. So he's level 4 though, which is really good, and he's gonna have a decently fast level 6 as well, but still, the Queen of Pain, he's getting good farm, but he's not really getting those levels.
And the nice thing to Scandal is winning his lane, albeit Mag's getting a lot, Scandal's getting more. He's up to 12 CS ahead right now, and some denies. He will have a very early blink. He went for the bottle, but after this, the blink is normally coming. What comes next? And Trixie, still only level 4, still quite killable. A bat with an early blink. As soon as he gets the blink and hits, say, level 7 or 8, he can just go for kills mid, and realistically, there's not much they can do about that. Fissure on the bottom lane. Power shot as well. Just in time comes the Rage. Would have probably been a kill without it. But this is starting to get tough for the lifestealer. He's only 13 and 8. Era is out CSing him, and that's what happens when the Ancient Apparition isn't here. Earthshaker Windrunner just flat out beat Shadow Demon Lifestealer, because how are you ever going to kill the Windrunner? And the answer is you can't. And you can't kill the Earthshaker unless he's really out of position, which he hasn't been yet.
No, and he shouldn't be as well. And the Shadow Demon's got to go into a rest. So first bug goes down. Vigos actually gets picked off. Honey rotated down, but he didn't actually use his RP, but that was a really good pickoff for him to get.
Queen of Pain blinked to try and grab the rune and just ended up getting... As soon as he saw Hani, he tried to run away, but the damage is already done. The early Arcane Boots, the good rotation overall from him. It does leave Scandal alone top. He's working towards the blink, but that's a trade they'll definitely take and create some much-needed space for Trixie.
Yeah, it's dangerous now, though, for Hani to come back. Scandal's almost gonna get... He's gonna be able to get full mana from this bottle, and that could be a pickoff if Hani's not too careful. So he's gotta take it easy up top now when he comes back.
Arcane Boots already up. He's farming quite well. I feel like Fnatic is, overall, just getting the better end of this laning stage, because Empire's lineup is really strong in the laning stage. With Quap and Bat, two of the very best 1v1 solos in the game, and the offensive trialing potential they had, Fnatic really still has to be quite happy with how this is developing. If they could just get through this stage, their turtling power is disgusting. And they're going to go on Windrunner. She did get Fissure blocked by her own teammates, so as a result, the Windrun might not be enough, taking some big damage, but the turnaround comes. Mag has arrived, has the RP, has 2 wand charges. Skewer's in, not in range for the RP, just out of it, in fact. Oh, no, there's the Fissure. Now he's in range, no hesitation, drops the RP, down the Lifestealer goes. This will allow the Queen of Pain's also rotating in bottom. Might be able to kill Hani if the Edge of Apparition catches him as well. Skewer's on cooldown. This should be the death of Hani. I think he's taking a lot of damage. Vigas needs to blink in, but worried, I think, about getting caught by a shackle. Blinks the wrong way. And now the Fissure. No mana for Fissure. There is a shackle, though. Vigas still chasing. Still diving this kill. Typical Vigas. Surprised he didn't go all the way in there. That chilling touch really hurts. Just ridiculous damage. It's like this Quap has a DD rune.
It's so much damage early on, but still, it's really going in the favor of Fnatic right now. They're getting some good kills. They got a kill on the Queen of Pain before he hit level 6, stopping that. Oh, and the Shackle coming out and the Shadow Demon getting killed. Great Shackle coming out from Aaron. Hani just being down here, being in Night Town, so they couldn't really see him, and then just being able to clean up the Shadow Demon. But like I was saying, they've been able to get a kill on the Lifestealer as well as the Queen of Pain early on. While, on the other hand, Trixie was free farming as well as Arrow was free farming on his Windrunner. So right now it's really going the way of Fnatic. But Scandal, 55 creep kills right now. His blink is soon gonna be up, and that could be really scary.
It's not like they've lost the game, it's just that Fnatic's done more than you would expect they'd be able to with their lineup. That's pretty much the story. Once Scandal gets the blink, there is going to be that window where maybe he can just make something amazing for his team happen. Hani's not rushing a blink, he's gone for Bracer, and Phase Boots up on Era, so just really the cheap items that let you do a little bit more damage, win these small skirmishes, those are the choices for Fnatic. But I think it's smart, because Empire is coming for you, and every little bit of HP will help. Once you have the Bracer, maybe you live through an initial lasso, can get your RP off, can skewer away, things like that. The blink's now out, so all eyes fixed on Scandal. What can he make happen with this blink? There are some targets, quite squishy. Fly, no boots yet, just farming the jungle. He'll have them soon, but if he can find a kill, I really would like to see them go on the PL mid, because Trixie is the main threat right now, and he's getting quite a lot of farm. 39 CS, he's ahead of the Lifestealer. He's almost doubling him. In fact, he is doubling him.
Yeah, it would be real good for them to be able to get a pick off in mid, especially if Vegas can be there as well. I think they should just blow both ultimates, just burst down Trixie, and force him to not being able to farm for quite some time. But
yeah, silence like you coming, right? Because I'm taking a lot of damage here. Yeah,
Scandal's actually coming.
He's smoked as well for this.
They'll for sure go for this, but Hani's close though, but I don't think he's gonna be able to come in time. He got a TP, so he should be able to just come back and save Trixie if they actually go under the tower. We'll have to see if they want to do that.
This is a crucial kill attempt because they don't know about the blink. It has not been revealed yet. It should be expected. Hani's been out of the lane. Blink in, brother, bat right, a really short range. Then Firefly's back. Might have been just. I guess he thought that illusion was real. Baited out. That's a really nice play by Trixie. Used this Doppelwalk illusion to bait out the blink. He didn't know the blink was there, but just kind of baiting with it in general. It pays off. So a nice small play by him, and well, now the blink dagger is pretty much revealed.
Yeah, and he's going up top again, and he doesn't. Oh no, it was Blow Your Brain that actually TP'd up top, and that could be dangerous for him having Hani here with the RP as well as the Fissure.
Oh yeah. Before you even have time to say anything. RP used twice, 2 kills on Lifestealer. Meanwhile, Blink has been up on Bat, used once, nothing happening to the PL, and, you know, now the drum's online. Or, no, not online, but coming online. Bracer up, getting close, has the recipe, just needs the Robe of the Magi to complete it, and really, Fnatic is in a fantastic position. That Blink on Bat, really, they should have gotten the kill there. Hasted Queen of Pain, Blink has not been shown, and the Bat smoked. Just completely bamboozled, really, by that Doppelwalk illusion.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that the Blink Dagger is up, but the question is how much is he actually going to be able to do with it when Fnatic is getting so much on their whole team. I mean, the Earthshaker got boots and a wand up. He's level 6, so he even got the Echo Slam that he can drop if he blinks in and grabs a target close to him. And then Winner got his face boots, he got his Bassi up as well, being level 8, so everybody on Fnatic is actually getting quite a lot, except for the Keeper of the Light, but he's still getting levels, and he got his boots up, so it's going to be hard for him to actually be able to get some good pickups. Hani's moving towards his blink, not too far off there as well. So it's looking really, really good for Fnatic right now.
I really like Hani's movement this game. He's been so active around the map. We saw him journeying towards bottom lane, finding a kill there on the lifestealer, and then he came top, he found another kill there. And it's just the power of RP to deal with the lifestealer. They laned a bat versus this Magnus. Normally that's a matchup that you can just crush, but he went boots first, and he just played it really defensively. And they did get the trades elsewhere. Oh, looks like I missed a kill mid, or no, bottom rune. HF Brushy gets picked off by Trixie. That's a kill you really don't want to give away. Now it looks like they want to put pressure on, but it's hard to find that openings for the pressure. A skewer in by Hani. Hello, sir, he says. Now Lasso back into the tower. Probably will die to this, but already doing a great job. Flame break, decent. Hani still running. Can he survive? Blinks forward. There's the Firefly. He will go down in the end. But all things considered, not the biggest deal. RP's cooling down anyway, so it's not like he's missing a kill opportunity with this. And he's already done quite a bit of damage. And in the end, it's basically a 2-for-1, as the Ancient Apparition did die there earlier to the PL.
Yeah, and like you said, the RP's cooling down, so when he's actually spawned, he can actually TP bottom and try and get a kill there as well. They should be able to group up and actually defend this tower if Vaya gives some mana to the Windrunner. He should be able to hold this without a problem. Trixie is just farming the jungle with an illusion. So
did you just say the jungle?
Huh?
It sounded like you said the jungle. Like Yepats.
I don't know, maybe.
Is that a thing you do? Yeah. Just like say the Y sound whenever you feel like it?
Well, I don't know. It's when Swedes talk English. It's
okay.
Kind of just comes
I've never
in,
been to Sweden, so
it's the same with like gem or gem or whatever.
Okay, that's just the Swedish thing.
It's weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I'm an ignorant, poorly traveled noob. And mid lane, on goes Hani. Oh, another RP, another kill. 3 for 3. L set up this time by the Earthshaker, but still, the coordination of Fnatic, they're just playing better as a team, and the little engagements, better coordination, and also they're forcing fights. I mean, that's the other thing. Empire's not really going for many. If you just sit back like this, eventually they're going to find you, and they're going to come kill you. Oh, bottom lane, Era. Might even, no, if Shackle had latched there, he might have escaped, but without it, yeah, no, mind. Demonic Purge damage kicks in, he'll go down.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really good with Fnatic right now. Like you said, they're forcing fights where Empire is really relying on getting the pickups with the Queen of Pain as well as the Batrider, and they're not really getting it. And with Fnatic forcing fights, it's just going to be even harder because they're going to be one player down. So they'll.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! No, Tail struts in. Oh, it might actually die though. Yeah. Well. that looked a lot more awesome than it turned out to be. I thought he was gonna like echo a creep wave and kill 2, but just blows his load immediately.
He did buy all of his items though before, so wasn't too bad for him, and they got a kill on the Ancient Apparition. But it's still a support for a support, so it's not too great. But
the key is they're keeping the attention off Trixie right now. Nobody's really paying attention to him, and this.
Exactly.
How are they going to deal with him late game? They have all the single target, but there's a mag, so if you try and blow everything on him, and then you don't kill him quickly, RP comes in, the fight turns around, maybe there's a shot, you know, a shackle shot, a fissure, that long-range counter-initiate. Empire are going to need BKBs to deal with that, but they're still a while off. Vigas only sitting on Ogre Club, and, you know, Lifestealer, well, he's got Rage, but if he can't cast it, then that's not going to be any good for him, and he could still get RP'd through that. So I really think Fnatic is... I mean, it's still an even gold lead, only 1,000. Experience lead 2.5k, but Fnatic, make no mistakes about it, they are massively ahead right now.
They're creating a lot of room for the Phantom Lancer right now, which is really, really good for them. As Hani's gonna get picked off, but he got the RP up, so if they can't kill him, they're gonna get him.
So yeah, buyback, he does. If they dive this, he's probably buying back.
I think he just wants to save up for his blink though. He's so close to it right now. He's only 700 gold from his blink, and if he can get that up, his counter initiation is going to be great.
Well, if they get a few pickoffs like that, Empire can claw their way back into this game. It's not like they're out of it. And they're going to backstab the creep wave, look to push as quickly as possible. He's going to respawn in 10 seconds. They have no glyph. Tower shopping quickly. Haste turn is bottom. Who's going to pick it up? They're de-warding while they rotate towards the lane. It looks like they're going to let the tower fall, but in exchange they'll get a haste turn. Arcane boots up on No Tail. His blink is also not that far off for a support Earthshaker. And Trixie. Drum's complete. Blade of Alacrity #1 up. Blade of Alacrity 2 pretty much complete. The Diffusal Blade is coming. And oh, Scandal TP's into the mid tower by himself. I'm wondering where the backup is. There's the disruption. Queen of Pain ult flies out. Good damage onto Trixie. Will there be another blink and a scream? There's no mana for it. He needs to auto attack his way to victory here, but a nice stun by the Earthshaker. Enchant Totem bails out of support. Now the Skewer onto the Shockwave as well. Actually, not the Shockwave, just the RP in the end. And the Shackle Shot on top of it. Era snipes the tower. The Armlet purchased by Lifestealer, but just not able to get the deny there. Fnatic just plays so bad. They play so well in these small engagements. It's really what makes this team special. Just their team play in the small fights, and even in the bigger ones.
Just a great fight overall, and the biggest thing was most likely that Trixie managed to get away. And one thing that we saw a bit earlier was that Scandal was so far ahead in creep kills, but ever since he got his Blink Dagger, he just stopped farming, because you don't actually have to farm on the Batrider, and Trixie's just surpassed everybody else right now, and just keeps on farming, and as long as he can stay alive, his Diffusal Blade is soon going to be up. That's going to be really strong for them, and he's going to be able to be in the fights a bit more, and he's going to be able to purge himself if he needs that, and just be able to get some good pickups on the supports as well. Blink Dagger up for Honey right now, so he doesn't actually have to skewer in to get the RP, he can just blink in, or counter-initiate if the Batrider tries to catch someone out.
What did I miss? Sorry about that. That was a Bat Bomb. Infested Lifestealer picks up the Armlet, immediately goes to work. It's the Windrunner they kill, who is not really that far unless there's something on the Courier. Headdress, and that is in fact... No, that's the Keeper. So Keeper looks like he's going for the mech. Headdress picked up. It could be a pipe, but I think we'll see the mech come out from him. So they find the kill. It's on the Windrunner. It's still not on the PL. I don't think Trixie's died yet this game. He's 2-0. He's 104 CS, biggest net worth in the game. And once he gets farmed enough, it's just... They have single target lockdown, but in a 5v5 clash, it's going to be very hard to actually get the focus fire off on Trixie. There's RP, there's Fissure, there's Shackle. There's a lot of ways to disengage him.
Yeah, and like you said, he's getting a lot of farm right now, and even though he got locked down so much early game, he's caught up quite well, but so did the Lifestealer. He got picked off twice, but he got his Armlet, like you pointed out earlier, as well as an Orbital Venom that he picked up, and Face Boots, but you're gonna be able to get the
Oh, Trixie! He wanted the tower, but he's gonna cost himself his own life. Perhaps RP and Skewer on 3, plus a Shockwave, gets one once more, but the Bat is here. TP's out just in the... Nope, actually doesn't. The Disruption was there. The Flame Break would have stopped his TP anyway, and Godblack is gonna live on 20 HP! Unbelievable. And the worst part is, he went for the tower, he was 75 gold, maybe 78 gold off his Diffusal Blade. Now he's dead for a couple of minutes, and he's suddenly 350, 400 gold away from that Diffusal. A massive kill. Empire getting a little bit of a foot back in this game and some momentum going their way. RP was also blown there and only got one kill, and at that, it was a support, just the Ancient Apparition.
Exactly, Ancient Apparition for a Phantom Lancer as well as a Mag is a trade that Empire is going to be willing to take every day, pretty much.
It's an alright trade.
And the deny on the tower, which is just great for them, so... It's looking good for Empire though to be able to get back into the game. Force Staff up on Scandal, so if he's fast enough and Era or No-Kill doesn't have the reactions, he's not going to be able to stop Scandal's blinking with the Fissure, because he's just going to be able to blink in, catch someone and Force Staff out straight away with the lasso. So that's going to be really good for Empire right now, and like we said, Blow Your Brain is getting some good farm as well.
Yeah, Blow Your Brain's having a lot more freedom as of late. With I guess the main thing is the Trixie was just really overextended top. Could have just easily back there, but forced the issue to get the tower. With that death, though, he's feeling a little bit worried. He knows he has to make sure he gets this Diffusal. If you die twice in a row this close to a Diffusal Blade, I mean, that item accelerates your farm rate quite a bit when you're in the jungle. A lot of neutral creeps of mana. It also is just such a good team fight item. They can go in 5-man pretty soon. Blink Dagger's up on No-Tail. The Blink Dagger has been up on the Mag. RP's cooled down. Windrunner, well, it doesn't really have anything, but Force Staff is pretty close. And Empire, more of a ganking lineup. They don't have that much 5v5 ability, really. They have some good AoE nukes, but what they're lacking is the disables. Just the lasso, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like you said, the nukes are there. They could get a really good pickoff, or a really good kills, or a few kills with the Queen of Pain ultimate on top of the AA ulti. Could be really strong for them, but no real lockdown, and if they get caught in an RP, that's going to be huge trouble for them, especially having the Illuminate, being able to charge up against that, as well as an Echo Slam and Power Shot.
Hani just has... This guy does not care. If he sees you, he's going to RP you. And Batrider's dead, no buyback. So there's not any way to really punish this at all. Trixie gets space to farm mid, push mid, and they're going to pressure bottom as well simultaneously. And they have PL, so remember, he can always join the fight if he needs to. Or they have total, I mean, so the PL can always join the fight if he needs to.
Yeah, the PL can just keep on split pushing, but that's kind of the thing that's dangerous though, if Trixie split pushes too much. Because with the lineup that Empire got, they should be able to get some good pickups on Trixie if he's not too careful. But they should be able to go for 2 towers here. RP isn't down.
But low Diffusal Blade, not just the damage coming out from me, even uses the charge there. Easy kill. And they didn't blow RP.
Oh, they
it was already
RP
used
before.
earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Our RP is down, but they still got some good
But yeah, they
pickup.
don't even need it to get kills. Just the blink skewer is all it takes, is I guess the point to be made here.
And looks like Godblack is actually doing some great work pulling the creep wave away, so they won't be able to get that tower. And Fnatic just backing out, gonna be able to keep on farming, smoking up right under Sentry Ward. So I wonder if they actually saw that.
Oh, they did. Or wait, who?
They should have been
Was
able
that
to see.
was that? I think that was No Tail pinging. Or was
Yeah, that was no tail pinging. So I'm wondering if Empire actually noticed that or not.
You got.
It's hard.
To be honest, probably not, because you have to be literally watching the map on that like one. What is that? Like 20 AOE space, something like that. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, they could have been watching, but they didn't see that they were smoked because it's a sentry, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But they're actually smoking up themselves and gonna try and look for a kill in each other's jungles, and they just can't find anything. Scandal got Lifestealer inside of him right now, so their pickoff power is great.
And he's got the force, a Blink Force Staff and a Lifestealer inside you. That's a good way to get a kill, but can they find anyone? That's the question.
They're in the wrong jungle.
Yeah. Suddenly, where's that teleporter to just bring you to the other jungle? And this is one of those things, like, you go smoke, you don't find anyone, you know they're smoked or farming your own jungle, but they are going to catch out one. It will be Trixie. Of all heroes, they find the Phantom Lancer. So what looked like a kind of a unfortunately failed smoke gank turns out to be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, they should be able to put some pressure midnight right now if they want to. Illuminate spam is going to be there if Fnatic wants to do that, but they might be able to get some good damage on the tower at least. Vigos and Scandal probably going to stay here and might look for a pickoff of Blow Your Brain up top, but he's actually backing out, so it should be fine. Fly's tipping in now, so that tower most likely won't go down.
Yeah, there's a Keeper of the Light in this game, so the towers are probably not going to go down. Scandal, in a little bit of an... Oh, the echo from No Tail, not quite good enough. Now he's overextended, gets Purge. Probably going to drop here. Vigos jumps in, has a BKB, ult hits 3, Ed gets the kill, but there's not going to be any additional levels of follow-up. Now he'll pop a regen root, start healing back up, and they find the pick-off again. So 2 Fnatic heroes picked off in the space of about a minute or 2, and this is exactly what Empire wants to do. Find pick-offs, don't force a 5v5 clash, where the Mag can RP you, where the Kodal can just go to work on you, where the Fissure can hit multiple heroes, and they're doing it. They're doing a nice job of just finding these cheap, pretty safe kills on relatively isolated heroes.
Yeah, it was really unlucky from Hani there as well. He TP'd right into the Firefly, so he couldn't actually get the first blink off, but then he did a mistake. He actually walked back into the Firefly, so he couldn't save No Tail there with a blink in RP, so that was a bit of a mistake, but still, they're not too far behind anyways. They're in a good position. It's just Empire with their pick-up lineups. Every kill they get is going to be good for them.
Trixie's going invis down the middle lane. There's no sentries here. Just gonna... Alright. Just gonna nuke the creep and then run away. Thought he might actually be looking for something. Lifestar's picked up a Maelstrom. That will help them clear out the PL illusions a lot. It's a solid damage item, but, I mean, if you just want pure single target damage, there are better choices. This is gonna allow him to farm faster, help him keep up with the PL, and also give him a way to deal with the illusions, at least through the mid-game. Later on, once like there's something like a heart coming out, that's not going to do much, but for now, it'll still be effective. And the window for Empire is really the next 10 to 15 minutes. This is their wheelhouse. If they're not massively ahead by the time this window ends, then the PL is going to be so big that realistically, Trixie can probably just 1v5 them.
Most likely, and Hani's going for that refresher as well. He got the Oblivion staff up already, so if they can't get enough pickoffs before the refresher is up, it's going to be really hard for them. Because if Honey's in the right position, like he's been pretty much all game, they won't win team fights. Not with a double RP being able to come out unless they get a really fast pickoff on Honey.
I mean, this is why you love to see an Orchid on Queen of Pain. They're going to bottom lane onto Era, who just mounts. And the kill secured by Silent. Beautifully done. They continue to find the kills around the map. Unfortunately, it's only been the PL once. Not quite enough yet, at least for my tastes. But, I mean, yeah, if it goes late enough, it's just going to be almost impossible to win a fight. So Empire, I would like to see the Orchid on the Queen of Pain, to return to my previous point. It forces Mag to buy a BKB, or be unable to RP in fights, and either of those is absolutely massive.
Yeah, an Orchid or just going for a Sheep would be really good for them. The problem is that if No-Tail is playing well, he should be able to lock them down with Echo as well as a Fissure before they can actually get either a pick-off or until the silence is off the Mag, so the Mag should be able to get his RPs out anyway. So Fnatic got great team fight with great defensive abilities to be able to have the team fights go their way. If they get initiated on, they got Jackals, they got Fissures, they got RPs to defend that. So
and they have double, and they have the Force Staff on Era. They're probably going to have a Force Staff fairly soon on Fly after he's completed the mech. So yeah, you're right. They have a lot of counter-initiate, and that makes it hard to find kills in the larger engagements. They can do it, certainly, in the smaller clashes, but it looks like they've had enough of getting picked off. They're going to start grouping up, heading towards the top tier 2, and this is a scary 5-man.
It's a really good decision, just not giving Empire anything, just stop farming, go as 5-man push instead, because they got the upper hand with the counter initiation right now. No-Tail with his blink up, so he's going to have blink Echo Slam. He's level 11, so level 2 Echo Slam as well is going to help out a lot, and if your brain is not careful, he might be getting picked up.
Another one hero RP, but he whiffs the skewer. Will that cost him Fissure as well? Perfect chain stun aside from the missed skewer. They will get the kill, and that's the life steal. That's their primary damage in these fights. So with that, Fnatic will back off.
Yeah, another RP, another kill. So it's not a bad trade for them, and not having the life stealer there means that the Empire can't really fight a 5-man fight anyways. So Fnatic just goes back to farming and I just
want to point out, he's 9-3, and they have 14 kills. I mean, that's having a high impact on your offlane Mag, and he was up against Bat, of all heroes. Not just any Bat, he's up against Scandal's Bat, which is a very fearsome beast.
Yeah, and Perseverance up now as well, so he's only about 1400 gold from his refresher, which is going to be great for them. It's going to mean that he can get one of those pickups, use the refresher and just stay in the fight, and they can keep on pushing after that. So it's looking really, really good for Fnatic right now.
Yeah, gold-wise, up by about 2k. Experience-wise, slightly behind, but it's essentially negligible on both counts. So to be even at this point, when you've got the much better late-game composition, big advantage to Fnatic. They're going to play very defensively, just farm their own jungle. Trixie will rotate towards the bottom lane. Vigas going for the Scythe device, as you predicted. He's got the ultimate orb up. He may be able to find some kills with this. They really know that they can't take the 5v5 fights, so they're going to go for anything they can to find pickoffs to disrupt the combos of Fnatic, and whether they can do it is the question. It's very hard to find a perfect engagement to get so many stuns, so much AoE, and it feels like Empire is really losing steam. They have the Bat Bombs, they're not using them much, they used them a little bit earlier, and the Ancient Apparition, there are better supports if you're not using his ult to constantly find little pickoffs around the map. So pretty much on every count, this is Fnatic's game right now.
Yeah, the longer the game goes, it's just going to be harder and harder for Empire right now, because they don't really have too strong, or the strongest pushing power either, and just having the Illuminate for the counter push is great as well. So Fnatic's going to go for this tier 2 tower bottom, and if Empire comes here to defend, that could be big trouble for them. RP's up already, so this could be a great fight for Fnatic.
Yeah, every time Hani gets a solo kill with RP, you might be thinking, isn't he wasting that? But then you figure the enemy team's probably not going to fight, or have that 5th hero back to fight until RP's at least halfway to cooling down, if not more at this point in the game. And so it actually works out quite well. And Invis Vigas, scouting everyone out, has a BKB. Could go for a big backstab here. There's no one he can easily solo kill. The Keeper of the Light, maybe. The Earthshaker, maybe. Blink it. There's the lasso. Pulls Arrow back all the way to the other side, but he gets 4-step forward to safety. Now the RP just for Vigas. That's some hate from Hani. They get the kill. And in the end, the Windrunner's able to live. 4 staffs herself back to safety. and will escape as soon as that lasso ends. So they just didn't have the lockdown. That's something they're lacking on. Where are the stuns on this team? They just don't have anything aside from the Cold Feet combo, which you can't rely on against Queen of Pain. She can just blink.
That was such a great plan by Empire, just the 4-step stopping them right there. Because if they, the way they did it with Vigos being in the background, just stopping Honey from blinking in, or ping on the other side. But Era having a 4-step, he came back anyways, and they just managed to pick up Vigos, so it backfired quite hard. But I really like the idea from them.
It's like you bury a guy and then he just like digs his way out. You see him at school the next day, like, what the hell, man? I thought I buried you 6 feet under. Apparently not. On the middle lane they go. Godblack taking some illusion damage, but no commitment from Trixie. Perfectly content to keep on farming, and why the hell not? Scythe of Vice now being worked on by Era. I mean, now they're going for the big items. The refresher probably almost complete. Indeed, it's getting very close for Hani. So double RP. So now he can fight 2 solo kills every fight, and well, that's probably gonna be game. If they execute it properly. Empire, they still have some shot, but it's a really kind of a slim one at this point, because their lineup is built around finding these pickoffs, and they're just, the way Fnatic is moving, those 3 supports, the 2 supports always together, generally at least one of the utility heroes, the Mag or the Windrunner, is with them. And then you're looking at 3 heroes to engage on. The Mag's not easy to solo kill. The PL's got a Manta and Diffusal, so you can't dust him. You need a gem for him. And while they have one on bat, he can't be everywhere.
Yeah, I like this decision from Empire, getting the Aegis up on the Nikes, but I'm still wondering, is it actually going to help out that much, especially with the refresher coming up on the Mag really soon. He's only 300, about now 100 gold away from it. He actually got it right now, so he bought the recipe, he's going to send it out. They can just go as a 5-man push right now, and if he gets a good RP, the Aegis isn't going to matter, because the Lifesteal is going to be the only one standing after the first RP.
You have 2 lives? Good. I've got 2 RPs. That's what he's saying right now.
So it's looking really good for Fnatic right now. Trixie just keeps on split pushing with his illusions, keeps on farming the whole Empire jungle, and then leaves his own jungle for Fly to farm up, as well as Hani. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them grouping up soon. Trixie's gonna go regen, but they might just run up with Fly and TP him in. They should go for a 5-man push quite soon. They're in a really strong lead. They should be able to get that tower up top.
Well, there's no hurry for Fnatic, and they are first place. This is a crucial match, as I mentioned earlier. I see a lot of people have joined us since then. Both of these teams have 2 losses. Fnatic sitting on 9 wins. I believe Empire is sitting on 7 right now in the group standings. So whoever wins this is going to have less losses overall. And if Fnatic wins it, they're also going to have way more wins as well. So first place currently, don't take any risks. Make sure that you have the inside track at that first place seed heading into the LAN finals, which means potentially an easier opponent. Although with only 4 teams, all the opponents will be decently challenging. I think it's the right way to play. Defensive and safe, they have the late game, but we'll see if they can find any pickoffs. Empire's smoked up, looking for them. They've got the Bat Bomb. But realistically,
this could be danger.
Maybe they will find something. They're finagling their way around. Vigos jumping in. Doesn't have the Scythe of Vice yet, though. Fnatic has to be suspicious at this point. There's nobody in any of the lanes. Mid lane's pushing. Bottom lane's at the river. They have to know something's up. Vigos is about to charge in, but he's initiated upon the PL illusions. They will find Trixie wandering around in the jungle. A wild Scandal appears. Echo is here, though. Defensive disruption. Trying to keep him alive. There's your RP. Catches Blow Your Braid. Refreshes. Looks to go again. RP number 2. Blow Your Braid is focused. Queen of Pain ult is thrown in. Will kill off a few. Aegis is popped. It took 2 RPs just to pop the Aegis, though. So, in a sense, I guess that's alright, but they get the Queen of Pain. Lifesteal comes back, but he's fighting 1v4 at this point. Will kill off. No, the Keeper TP's away just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Batrider will get picked up by Trixie, and now in a man fight, Trixie says, I'm not a man, I'm a monkey. I'm gonna run. I think he will be able to escape. Yeah, should be okay. Vigos trying to run away. There's your fissure. Look at the PL illusions. The monkeys are multiplying.
Wow. That looked like a really bad fight, though, for Fnatic, but they only actually lost Honey in that fight, which
they had to use 2
really
RPs to get rid of the Aegis. It looked like a really bad fight.
But still, they got some good kills out of that, but not being able to push anymore, and Ulti's gonna fly in on Fly, but not really gonna do anything, and Vigos, I believe, bought back there as well.
Yeah, you're right, he did.
So forcing a buyback there as well, which
And they need
really
that
good,
site
but
device. That's a crucial item for them. Because, again, they only really have Lasso as a true stun. So without this, how do you stop those RPs? You can Shadow Strike him, limit his mobility, but you can't stop him from casting the spell, and that's trouble. When your carry is melee and really needs to be close to do anything.
yeah, just overall it looked like a really weird fight in the situation where they were in. Just, I don't know. But Fnatic just gonna keep on farming because they can't really lose out this game on farming because their overall team fight is just so much stronger.
And amazingly enough, it's been so long since that last fight that the double RP is almost back online. They're going to be able to push. At this point, if they want to go, though, they have to go high ground. And that means they'll probably wait until Monkey is truly finished farming. Up to 4.5k gold. Heart of Taras could be the choice. Butterfly would be alright as well, because Lifesteer obviously doesn't care too much if you have a heart. He'll just do a little bit extra damage to you. But either way, he's getting fed.
Yeah, a heart wouldn't be a bad decision to get because the damage he's getting from the Diffusal Manta is good enough
Pretty
anyway.
sick.
So. Yeah, Hani's just sitting in the back lines waiting for them to see if they want to push, but it looks like they might just go clear out the jungle, but they still want to try and get a pickup here, right here, and I don't know if that's the right decision because the double RP is up now.
Yeah, Fnatic has really good positioning. Notice how they're like behind the tower, even down the hill. So unless they get smoke ganked like all the way around here, like through their own jungle, which is not going to happen when you see 3-4 heroes in the lane, there's just no way to go on them. So even when they're this far ahead, they're still playing safe. We might see the PL wars are beginning, and Godblack's illusions immediately murder Trixie's, but there's no replications, and so that will end.
Yep, and looks like Empire's just backing out right now, so
Empire's
kind of
just-
wasting.
They're just not
Fnatic's
getting to
side.
play their game right now.
Yeah. They won't pick off, but they're not getting any right now. And you can see that in the warding they have as well. It's really aggressive lane wards, but with Fnatic moving as a team, it's going to be tough. And actually waiting down in bottom to see if they can get anything. But it's only illusions coming out, so they just keep on flying around with the Nikes inside the bat right now.
And when you haven't seen the Lifestealer for this long, you know where he is. There's no tricks up your sleeve at this point. The Bat Bomb has been tried and tried again. Every game. Really, I've seen so many Bat Rider and Lifestealer combos over the past few months. And the PL, I mean, one thing that Fnatic does have a lot more of is just the ability to instantly kill off the illusions of the PL. So even if you get your own PL army, they're better equipped to kill it than Empire is, because they have so much more AoE.
Yeah. And Godblack's gonna see if he can get some illusions up now, so they might actually be able to get a decent
This
fight.
is, I mean, I need to get my popcorn, man. This is some really entertaining stuff here. Watching illusions constantly die, and then be disrupted, and counter-illusion armies be created, and then those die. This is thrilling stuff, I must say. But it's smart Dota from Fnatic. This is exactly what they should be doing.
Yeah, they don't want to overextend into a team fight. They can still lose. They could whiff both the RPs if they're really playing it or bad, but it's still not the most exciting Dota right now.
Possibly not the most exciting game of the year, but Trixie has a heart, so now if they want to be aggressive, they have a lot more margin for error to do so. Still the Bat Bomb going. Why not? Just keep staying there all day long.
Yeah, so Blow Your Brain is actually not getting any farm during this point. He's just further behind.
And Trixie's been farming. He's managed to complete the heart. He's sitting on another 1,800 gold. Once he gets Butterfly, game's pretty much over. It's already getting to that point where you can't push against him. The one thing, oh, there's an RP. Tries to catch the Bat Rider up on the cliff, but unable to do so. Meanwhile, the PL charges in. Army of Illusions, rather, doing the work. Kills off the Shadow Demon, who was caught in the midst of the Illusion Wars. They're still chasing. They're looking for Fissure. They will find Scandal, who has the Bat Rider inside of him. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Does that actually follow him all the way back? I'm not really sure, but it doesn't matter. No tail garbage chase. There's your RP. Now Trixie comes in with the Army of Illusions. Blow Your Brain. Does he have it in Fest? He pops inside a creep. That creep can be denied. If they start denying creeps now, they can actually kill him. Pops out. Will die. And that 2 RPs down, but they at least get the Lifestealer, so not an awful trade in the end. A little bit
Silent
sloppy,
just
but
killed
good
him.
enough.
Silent just killed Blow Your Brain there with his ultimate. He killed off the creep that Blow Your Brain was sitting in.
Oh jeez, did he? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw. I
Oh,
saw him
wow.
pop out. Wasn't really putting two and two together, but yeah, the H apparition ult was there, so he had no choice.
Oh yeah, this should be easy racks for Fnatic. No RP's up, but Trix is just so strong right now. Having the Empower as well.
I gotta say,
Should
I
be.
really disagree that he hasn't upgraded his Diffusal Blade yet. That's something that's really important to do in PL. Blow your brain, chasing fly. Ghost Scepter is here though. Might have to even blow an ultimate from Vegas to get this kill quickly. Lifesteal will finish the job. But Vegas continue to give chase. Trixie's still running, has the heart, still on the scent. Is he gonna go? They have a lasso? No, they don't. No lasso yet. No TP scroll though, so he looks to be dead. The whole team abandoned ship. Trixie probably gonna fall here. Almost certainly will. He goes down. And who bought back for that? Lifestealer, the one who buys back. But they do get the kill on the PL. I would say, even without counting the Keeper of the Light Death, it's totally worth it nonetheless. And well,
They held the base as well.
and they held their base. Although the tower is in deny range, so it
Yeah,
took a
but
lot
that
of damage.
was really good by Empire and some really good timed buybacks right there. And Fnatic didn't actually have too much to keep on going in since they used both the RPs out in the fight, and one of them was whiffed completely. So it was some good pickups for Empire, but it's still they're going down to bottom to see if they can push out. But Keeper of the Light is already out, so Luminate spam is gonna come. And on the other hand, Fnatic is just trying to split push top.
Yeah, Fnatic just wants to see Empire TP back, then they'll retreat, wait for the PL to respawn, and then try and go again. With the two RPs, hopefully have a better team fight. Meanwhile, Batrider, though, catches up the Keeper of the Light. Fly is going to get picked off. He did go for his sort of standard all around the cliffs, then blink over. And now they force the TPs. That's all they wanted. Era's going to run away. I don't think they're going to engage here. Maybe they are. Echo Slam from Hani. RP. Okay. Or Echo Slam from No Tail. RP from Hani. That'll do the trick in the pinch. That's like, they're just going to force the TPs to back off. But I've underestimated how much farm is on Era as well with his Sight the Vice up. What a ridiculous Echo Slam that was.
Wow, I was just about to say that Empire got some really nice trades. Didn't lose their berries.
You
And then he
jinxed
managed.
them by thinking that.
Yeah, and then they managed to get a tower and a pickup. But then that no-tail Echo Slam as well as followed with the RP was just so good, and now they're gonna get a Rex from this. They should be able to move down to bottom as well. The PO Illusion War starts, but Trixie is winning. Maybe. Yes, he is.
Yes. The yellow ones will prevail this time around. But
SN.
perhaps the Shadow Demon in the future. So yeah, this is pretty much game. I think Fnatic did a smart thing with the way they adjusted the lanes, ran the dual lanes instead. And the one thing I disagree with that Empire did this game was leaving the Ancient Apparition mid. He just didn't accomplish anything. They could have at least shut down the Windrunner bottom a bit harder. No Tail gets picked off. RP catches two though. Can they finish the job? Illusion's gonna be chased. Silent, dropping low, will fall. And now the Batrider trying to escape, heading for the hills, while Trixie heads towards mid.
Just
Overall, very
Overall,
solid performance from Fnatic.
yeah, I really like the decision they made there, the last team fight where they got the kills, and GG is gonna be called, but just decision to not overreact and TP back, just staying, waiting, putting some pressure on the racks and then back out and just go on them with the ultis instead. And Trix is just man fighting blow your brain right now.
Yeah, that's not a man fight you could win because it's not a 101 like a true man fight is. It's a 5 billion army, monkey army, on one.
It's like an 11 on 1.
Yeah,
It's not even fair.
I just call it 5 billion because that's basically 11.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, just overall great performance by Fnatic, and they played it out really well and played it safe.
And they are still the top dogs in the Starladder, and they really have earned it. I mean, beating a team like Empire like this, when Empire had such a strong laning phase, it's a credit to their teamwork. That's really what makes this Fnatic team unique. These guys have played together for so incredibly long. I know Hani is a more recent addition to the team, but even he's been on the team for probably upwards of a year at this point. And Trixie was back on the team way back in the day, along with the other three. The core of this team has been playing together for probably 2.5 years, and it really shows. The teamwork is just, that's not something that a group of players who have not been playing together for a long time can achieve.
Yeah, they're a really good team, and they played Hon so much together as well, so the teamwork is still there. They just had to get into Dota, and now you can really see why they were the best team in Hon as well, because their skill is for sure there, and their teamwork is there. They just needed to adjust to Dota properly, and it's really showing off.
Okay, Wet-Bass. Well, I understand you have to go. You have a show to do, but thank you very much for joining me for the cast. Where can people follow you?